All right. This is my final presentation. My short term goals are to move to Florida, and I want to become a profitable day trader because that is what one of my life plans revolves around. Becoming a profitable day trader because it honestly opens a lot of opportunity. Um, Even if it's not your main source of income, it only takes a little bit out of your day if you trade the way that I trade, and it can make a lot of money and it can completely replace other sources of income. So I want to move to Florida because obviously the warmth, I just love it. I want to become a profitable day trader. And then my other goals are just around my health. Hitting 3 plates on bench is kind of just an achievement. My other life plan is to be on a more stable path. My father owns a business, and I would finish college and then go in and work under him for the next 5, 6 years, maybe even more, to get the basics. And then from there, I would be able to take up the business and he would be able to retire. Um, but the rest of my life goals are the same between both. I want to get married either way, either career I have. Obviously, I want to buy a home and travel the world, either career. And then my long term goals, 10 year plus years. I'd like to stay healthy, do charity, help others. I have a soft spot for dogs, so help dogs. And then, just spoil myself maybe once. I go on a private flight. I know it's a lot of money, but I think it'll happen one day, and that's my goal. So, my first plan, the pros of day trading are you're able to go wherever you want. I've been working towards day trading. This is my current analysis. I am up $1,300, I believe, on this account, and I've been trading for the past year. Once I make $3,000 on that account, then I will be able to make actual money. Right now, it's just a test, but if I pass that account, then they will be funding me a company will be funding me with money to trade with if I can prove to them that I am a profitable trader, which just means I have to make above $3,000. Um, my lifestyle will be quite similar for both. I think I'd be able to travel a lot more with my other um, with day trading, but I would be using a lot of the same core information, um, like my current financial position would be favorable for both because I've been saving a lot of money. I had a lot more money, but the market crashed recently with what I'm investing in, so I lost quite a substantial amount of money. But I'm still up overall, and I still have a lot more money than most 18-year-olds my age. Um, for taxes, I would be able to write off a lot of taxes on my if I inherited my dad's business because a lot of business expenses can be used to write off on taxes. But I think if I day traded, I would be able to open an LLC and use a lot of tax write offs for that, um, as well as you can write off any systems that you use, like my computer or office space for trading, uh, as tax write offs. Then for banking, um, I think I would open multiple bank accounts with a business account. I would have business accounts and personal accounts to help diversify, just because you want to keep your money safe with the $250,000 that's secured by the government. You don't want to have too much more than a quarter million per account, because it will not be insured. Um, that's for trading, and for my uh, alternative plan, it would be quite similar. Next is personal loans. When you're a day trader, getting loans is difficult because it's not a continuous source of income. So you have to have a really good credit score that you build up, and you have to have a lot of assets that you can put as collateral if you want to get a loan. So here, one of the points is estate planning. If you had a house or you have a vacation home, I would like to have a vacation home. Maybe one day when I'm older, I would be able to put any of my estates as collateral if I needed a big loan for investment. But personal loans, like car loans, is a good way to build credit, which I'd be able to use for either one of my plans. But a business, when you have a business, it's a lot easier to get loans because you can get business loans and you can get personal loans. But under trading, again, it's not a continuous source of income. You can lose some months, you can gain other months. So most banks don't like to cover people that have only day trading as their income source. So I would most likely try to get another source of income if that's a more secure job that I can do alongside with day trading. Next is building credit cards. I am actually applying for a credit card currently. I'm trying to start off with a student card just to build credit for the next few months to a year. I know the upper echelon of credit cards is 5 years. So I want to start as early as possible because in 5 years I'll already be 23. And I want to have good credit, be in a good credit situation in my young 20s, beginning to mid 20s. So I'm opening a credit card to start my credit journey. It'll be beneficial as a trader to have a lot of credit history because, again, they like to see a past with you because if they just see as a trader with no past spending habits, they will not, banks will not trust you. Then building up a protection for identity theft. This is more personal, but I think there's a lot of scams going on now, but I think I'd be very difficult to get a scam across with me. Because honestly, I don't think I'm gullible for it. I know with AI, it's a lot easier to scam people now. But I think I would be able to keep myself accountable. I guess I also have a US passport and a Polish passport because I'm a Polish citizen. So that could help me get out of that situation because there's multiple forms of identification. Next is insurance, like life insurance, medical insurance. How much would I need? So I think I do like cars quite a bit. So I think I would need quite a bit in car insurance. I've always wanted a BMW. It's on my intermediate goals right here. I would love to buy an M3 because it's one of my dream cars always. So insurance, like medical insurance would cover me. I am quite healthy, so I don't think my medical insurance would be too high for either situation. But my car insurance would definitely be higher end or just have multiple. Next is healthcare planning. Again, I'm very healthy, so I would take basic healthcare for both situations. I love the gym. I love to eat healthy. I don't like to go out, do anything that inhibits or negatively impacts my health. Next is investment. If I was a day trader, I think I would be more risky with investments. But if I had to pick up my dad's job, I think I'd be more conservative with my investments. Just put in money and let it sit because I have a continuous source of income. While with day trading, I would want to be more risk heavy because some months I might lose, some months I might win. Next is my retirement. I want to retire earlier than most. I'd like to be in my 40s when I retire. Obviously, the earlier the better, but I have high standards, and I want to retire youngish so that I can still travel the world. I see my parents, my dad can retire whenever he'd like, and he's 45. So I'd like to be in a situation like he is when I'm his age. And next is my estate planning. Again, I'd like to have a house in Florida and maybe somewhere else across the world or in the US. all of my plans kind of overlap because I think either way I will have a high income. So I don't need to switch too much of my plan. I think I will be able to save a lot of money with taxes with a business compared to day trading, but you can always open an LLC and save money on that. I will be saving a lot of money and also investing a lot of it because I'm not a high spender, as you can tell from um, my spending here. I spend a few hundred a month, and that's mostly on my girlfriend and not very much on me. Pros and cons, I think both plans have their pros and cons. The cons of day trading is that it's more up and down, it's less consistent, and you have to have that risk tolerance when with a business like my alternative plan, which both are great plans. When you have a business that's continuous sources of income, obviously you have to deal with people more and you have more headaches that way, but you have a more consistent source of income. I think both are extremely realistic, especially because I've been working towards both. My father said that he'd be able to teach me in a few years, and I'd be able to take over the business, so that's always a plan. And I've been working towards day trading. I want to get money out of this account within the next month, and we'll see if I'm able to achieve that. I think I will be making a lot of money from day trading, but then I might be able to open a business on the side and combine both of my plans. A lot of risk is put into both because obviously you can run down a business if you don't know how to carry it out correctly. And the same thing with trading. If you don't trade correctly, you can lose all your money. But I think both are realistic in my situation because I think I'm capable and I believe that I can do it. Not many people are lucky enough to be in the situation that I'm in where I can follow my dreams of trading while also having an extremely good backup plan. So I think if I don't put 100% into this, then there's nothing that I can blame other than myself. So I think I'll be able to do it, and I believe. Thank you very much, and I loved your class.